Prehistoric art. An introduction. Prehistoric art refers to all human-made visual art created before the invention of writing. Because there are no written records from this period, our understanding comes entirely from archaeological evidence. Prehistoric art spans an enormous period of time, beginning with the earliest known artistic expressions over 40,000 years ago, and continuing until writing developed in different parts of the world, around 3000 BCE in some regions. It includes paintings, carvings, sculptures, engravings, pottery, and monumental stone structures. The study of prehistoric art helps us understand the earliest evidence of human creativity, symbolic thinking, and social organization. The timeline. Prehistoric art is generally divided into three major periods: Paleolithic, Old Stone Age, circa 2.6 million to 10,000 BCE. Humans lived as hunter-gatherers, moving from place to place in search of food. The most famous artworks from this period are cave paintings, animal engravings, small carved sculptures, portable figurines. Most surviving artworks depict animals such as bison, horses, mammoths, deer, and rhinoceroses. This is the period in which the earliest known figurative art appears. Mesolithic, Middle Stone Age, circa 10,000 to 8,000 BCE. Dates vary by region. As the climate warmed after the last ice age, human societies gradually changed. Art became more focused on people. Rock paintings often show hunting scenes, dancing, gathering food, groups of human figures. The style became more dynamic and narrative than earlier cave paintings. Neolithic, New Stone Age, circa 8,000 to 3,000 BCE. Dates vary by region. People began farming, raising animals, and building permanent settlements. Art changed alongside society. Important developments include pottery decoration, larger sculptures, architecture, megalithic monuments, ceremonial sites. Monumental construction first appears during this period. Major forms of prehistoric art. Although prehistoric art is very diverse, most surviving works fall into 5 categories. Cave paintings. Paintings made on cave walls using natural pigments such as charcoal and ochre. Subjects are mainly animals, with fewer human figures. Rock art. Images painted or engraved on exposed rock surfaces and shelters. Often depicts human activities such as hunting or dancing. Portable sculpture. Small objects carved from stone, ivory, bone, or antler. These include both human and animal figures. Because they are portable, they were carried from place to place. Megalithic architecture. Large monuments built from massive stones. Examples include stone circles, dolmens, menhirs, burial chambers. These structures required organized labor and planning. Pottery. Developed mainly during the Neolithic. Pottery served practical purposes, but was often decorated with geometric patterns and symbolic designs. The most important artworks and sites. Lascaux Cave, France, discovered in 1940, dating to around 17,000 years ago. Lascaux contains hundreds of paintings. The most famous chamber is the Hall of the Bulls, where enormous bulls, horses, and deer are painted with remarkable observation and technical skill. Chauvet Cave, France, discovered in 1994, dating to approximately 36,000 years ago. Chauvet contains some of the oldest known cave paintings. Unlike many other caves, predators such as lions and rhinoceroses are common subjects. The artists used shading and perspective to create a strong sense of movement. Altamira Cave, Spain, discovered in the 19th century, known especially for its painted bison. The artists used the natural contours of the cave ceiling to enhance the illusion of three-dimensional forms. Bhimbetka Rock Shelters, India, one of the world's largest collections of prehistoric rock art. The paintings span thousands of years. Subjects include hunting, dancing, animals, and everyday life. They provide important evidence of prehistoric communities in South Asia. Venus of Willendorf, Austria. A small limestone figurine dating to approximately 28,000 to 25,000 BCE. It represents a female figure with exaggerated body features. Its purpose remains unknown. Scholars have proposed interpretations including fertility, identity, or ritual, but no explanation can be confirmed. Lion Man, Germany, carved from mammoth ivory around 40,000 years ago. It combines a human body with the head of a cave lion. It is one of the earliest known examples of imaginative or composite figures in art. Stonehenge, England. Constructed in several stages between roughly 3000 and 2000 BCE. Built during the Neolithic and early Bronze Age. Stonehenge demonstrates advanced planning, engineering, and social cooperation. Its exact purpose remains uncertain, although archaeological evidence links it to ceremonial and funerary activities. Materials and techniques. Prehistoric artists worked with materials available in their environment. Common pigments included charcoal, black, red ochre, yellow ochre, manganese oxide. Artists painted using fingers, brushes made from animal hair or plant fibers, pads of moss or fur. Hollow bones to spray pigment sculptures were carved from. Stone, bone, antler, mammoth ivory, wood, although very little has survived. Engravings were made by scratching or carving into rock surfaces using stone tools. What do these works mean? Because prehistoric people left no written records, the meanings of many artworks cannot be known with certainty. Archaeologists distinguish between evidence and interpretation. The evidence tells us when the works were made, what materials were used, which animals and people were depicted, how the artworks were created. Interpretations are based on evidence, but remain hypotheses. Common interpretations include ritual or ceremonial practices, hunting-related beliefs, fertility symbolism, expressions of social identity. storytelling, or communication. No single explanation accounts for all prehistoric art. Key takeaways. Prehistoric art is the earliest surviving visual art created before writing. It spans tens of thousands of years and is divided into the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic periods. Early art focuses primarily on animals and portable sculptures. Later, prehistoric art includes more human figures, decorated pottery, and monumental architecture. The most important surviving sites include Lascaux, Chauvet, Altamira, Bimbetka, and Stonehenge. Famous prehistoric sculptures include the Venus of Willendorf and the Lion Man. Although many interpretations have been proposed, the exact meanings of most prehistoric artworks remain unknown. Prehistoric art provides the earliest evidence of symbolic thought, technical skill, and the development of complex human societies.